I was walking around town the other day,
Yeah?
and they had like BOOZHOO on the door, and then on the other door it would say, "Welcome." And I'm like, okay, that's nice, but you know, BOOZHOO doesn't mean welcome. Okay, anyway, take two. So yeah. Uh-huh. Do 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 do. La di da. Ba da ba ba. Do 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 do. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. I said, welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Me man went down, G-A-I-I, no manungu. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. Now please welcome NANABOOZHOO. Take it away, Weedy Shane.
Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, BOOZHOO. And, yeah, very nice intro.
Thank you so much.
Hey, look who's over here. Hey, rockstar cartoonist Michael Lyons. Zikadon BOOZHOO Niji. Say hello, brother. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. And, yeah, so great to be here on this Abituse.
We're halfway. My other world is only half a mile away.
Do-do-do-do. La-di-da-da. Abituse. Halfway, sweetie.
Halfway to nowhere.
Halfway to wherever. BOOZHOO. Hey, Gwen's here, sweetie.
Well, BOOZHOO, Gwen.
Mino Giga Jabe. Good morning. Welcome to the show. And Grassroots is here with a hoka hey, Niji.
BOOZHOO, Grassroots.
Sequoia Hummingbird says, good morning, dear friends. Good morning right back at ya, Sequoia.
BOOZHOO, Sequoia.
And, of course, MJ. Michael Jackson himself, the king of pop.
No, that's not Michael Jackson. That's our friend. BOOZHOO, MJ.
Says, not gold, but I still beat Diane. What was that one today? Yeah, at least Diane. Where is Diane? Diane's on Indian time.
Yeah, she must be.
Mino Giga Jabe, good morning. Kakina, good morning, everyone. And today, sweetie, we got a really important show planned for today, huh?
Yeah, today is going to be, what are we doing?
I don't know. Did we plan anything?
I didn't plan anything. Did you plan anything?
I had a couple of words. I don't know. I wanted to be with you alone and talk about the weather.
I wanted to be with you alone and talk about the weather. What song is that?
That's, Tears for Fears.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to be with you alone.
Anin, Ishiwe Bud, Nungum. How is the weather today, sweetie?
The weather is just fine.
Oh, really? Is it, Mijikwad?
Mijikwad. Mijikwad. It is good weather. It is Mino Gishi Ganeshin. It is good traveling weather.
Yeah, it's a little cloudy, but I don't think it's going to rain. And, Gishi Ganashin. Gishi Ganashin. It is good traveling weather. If you got to go on a trip, do it today. It's, Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. You don't got that tourist rush. Yeah. This is fishing season, so weekends get busy. All the city people leaving, heading north. Now's the time to go south. Go into the city if you have to. I prefer never to go into cities. Really? How come? I don't know. They scare me. What are you, racist? No, I'm afraid of all people. Gishi Ganashi. It is good traveling weather. You don't want it to be real hot and sunny, because then you got to wear your shades all day. You don't want it to be raining or snow. You certainly don't want it to be like in the winter. No, because then the roads are bad. Yeah, the roads get bad. But today it's Mijikwad. Mijikwad. It is good weather. And these have been your Ojibwe phrases of the day. To learn more about Ojibwe language and culture, what do you think, sweetie? What should people do if they want to learn more about their language and their culture? I would rent the Thunderheart. Thunderheart with Val Kilmer? Yep. Everything I know about being an Indian, I learned from Val Kilmer. Thunderheart. There actually is a lot of cultural teachings in that movie. But every Indian movie you see, that's sort of what's fun about Indian movies. See how they're going to, sort of portray culture and, teach, remind us of what's Native American. Hiya. Hi, how are ya? Hi, how are ya? That's the old stereotype. Hi, how are ya? Hi, how are ya? How do you do? How do you do what you do so well? But yeah. So, yeah, Indian culture. The Anishinaabe Bamadazian. Bamadaziwin. Anishinaabe Bamadaziwin would be like Indian life. Indian living. The ways of the Anishinaabe. But the thing is, a lot of people kind of forget this. And somebody brought up a good point once. I think it was in that book, Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. Yeah. What was I talking about? That book? Oh, yeah. The problem with Indian culture or whatever, they don't say that. They say most people think Indian culture ended at Custer's Last Stand or something, or at Wounded Knee Massacre or whatever. Like that, Indian culture is this. And then they have to talk about how we lived back in the days of the grandfathers. It's like, Indian people, it's whatever stereotype from movies. Oh, they love the drum. That's what they would say. Oh yeah, Indian people, they love the Dawei gun. But what I like about new Indian movies is when they show Indian culture like modern culture. I mean, yeah, there's stuff that has lasted since the old days. You mean like honoring the elders? Yeah, that's still alive in a way. I mean, reservation life is so dysfunctional. You can find, just the opposite going on. But you can see that Native people have special relationships with their grandparents. There's a lot of the traditional culture that lives on. our humor, not even our humor so much, but our ability to giggle and laugh. You know, a lot of people, if you never knew Indian people, they always say, "Oh, yeah, Indian people, they're all stoic." You know, if they see somebody litter, a big old tear comes down their eye, and like, "Oh, Indians, they never smile." And then you get around, you know, real Indian people, and it's morning to night giggle fest. You know, everyone's trying to make each other laugh. But the drum, the weighty gun. It's an old style thing, of course, but you know, there's modern people who are, you know, still singing the old powwow songs, the old honor songs. Wait a hey, wait a hey, wait a you know, but I was thinking about this. If we do a radio show, I kind of have this dream. I want to do like an hour-long radio show with you and me, just kind of talking about Native American music. And like, you know, you tune into OJIBERISH or whatever. All these reservation radio stations popped up in the last 10 years, you know. And they only have like one channel where they play powwow music. And it's the kind of thing we crank in our cars when we see our cousins on the street. We're like, "Hey, man, fight the power," whatever. It's, you know, it's fun to have that option to crank some powwow music, you know. But I'm not going to listen to powwow music on the radio. Why not? Because I get sick of it after a minute. You know? I mean, it's one thing to be standing behind a bunch of powwow singers at a drum at a powwow. You know, I'll watch and listen to that. But I'm not going to tune into the radio station. So I realized I didn't want to, if we do our radio show, it's just going to be contemporary Native American people. It's going to be like Keith Secola, Annie Humphrey, Michael Lyons, you know, whoever. Who's that dude everybody loves here in Bemidji? Oh, yeah, Corey Medina. You know, I'll cover their songs, and we'll talk about who they are, you know. And, but I'm not going to get the Kingbird singers on there. All right, hey, welcome to NanaBOOZHOO and Natasha's Native American Music Fest. Up next, the Kingbird singers. Wait, you know, nah. It's going to be like guitar music. Because that's part of our culture too, you know. There was a time in Cass Lake, and a lot of these reservation towns in the 70s, when there was a thriving live music scene. A lot of Indian guys learned how to play guitar, you know. When the British invaded, the British invasion with the Beatles and that, the Indians were like, "Yeah, up here too. Come up here to the res. We want to play some of that crazy Chuck Berry," or he was American, but, you know, the Beatles and whatever. And so they used to have these things, you know, like, you kids aren't going to remember this, but some of the elders watching today might remember the 1970s. Back in the days of their grandfathers, they used to have this thing called supper clubs. It's a very Minnesota thing, supper clubs. Yeah. You know, because we still call that meal at night a supper. It's like the last supper or whatever. But supper clubs were restaurants that would have like special fish meals, dinners, you know, barbecue ribs, whatever, salad bar, potato, you know, nice meal. And then over in the other side of the restaurant would be a big old dance floor and a stage for a band. And you'd pack up the wife and kids and go to the supper club and have supper. And then have 3, 4, 5 drinks. Maybe dance a little bit. And then drive home drunk. And it was the golden age of live music. So there were a lot of bands. My dad was in a band. They tour around these small towns playing at supper clubs. Old classic rock music. And a lot of Indian guys did this too, you know. Kisakola and his wild band of Indians. Wait-a, hey-a. Wait-a, hey-a. Wait-a, hey-a, hey-a. Wait-a, hey-a. Wait-a, hey. Wait-a, ho. Wait-a, ho. Wait-a, ho. La-da-da-da-da. Remember that time you met Kisakola? I met Kisakola a couple times. That's right. Michael was in one of his music videos, weren't you, buddy? That's right. I'm in Dance a Little Dance, I think it's called. We should, that's what we should do. Should I pull up that video tomorrow of you dancing with the Kisakola band? We could. Years ago, like 10 years ago or something now. Probably longer, 15, 12. I don't know. Michael Lyons was friends of a friend of Kisakola. Kisakola became famous with a song called Indian Car. And he's a singer-songwriter guy from Net Lake. And what now? Oh, so they filmed a music video one day down at the Mille Lacs Indian Art Museum thingy. And there's a bunch of kids and a tall, skinny cartoonist dancing to the music of the Kisakola band. And they filmed them, you know. But if I remember right, weren't your pants falling down constantly? Yeah, it was really embarrassing. I had lost a lot of weight and my pants kept falling down. So at one point you see my butt crack. Nobody wants to see that. I know. So tune in tomorrow. We'll review Kisakola's Dance a Little Dance and see Michael dance a little dance on the music video. La 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 la, hoka hey, hoka hey, hoka hey. And that's all I know about that, sweetie. You want to take a call? A telephone call? Is there any other kind? Yeah, I guess. Sure, what line? Line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey, NANABOOZHOO, what's up? Hey, Michelle Obama. Sweetie, it's the former, first lady? That's right. I'm a lady. I identify as lady, so that makes me a lady. I was the first lady, Michelle Obama. It's the first lady, Michelle Obama. Well, hi, Michelle. How are you? Hey there, Natasha. I'm doing just well. NANABOOZHOO, I wanted to call up, and I would wonder if you could teach me the Ojibwe word of the day. Well, sure. I'd be happy to teach you the Ojibwe word of the day. Today is Abatuse, halfway. Abatuse, halfway. That's your word for Wednesday? That's right. That's a good word. Anybody says different, I whoop their ass. Okay. Take it easy. How are things going for you? And how's that old Barack Obama? You mean my old man, my husband, Barack Obama? Why don't you ask him yourself? Hey, Barack, you want to be on the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast, fool? Well, sure, dear. I'd love to be on the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. Hello there, NANABOOZHOO. Hey, Barack Obama. Sweetie, it's the former president. Well, hi, Barack Obama. Hello there, Natasha. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. What's going on? Well, you know, Michelle and I, we're watching your show. And I wanted to know how I could ask how the weather is in Ojibwe. Well, okay. In Ojibwe, we say, Anin, Ijiwe Bud. And if you want to ask how it is today, add a noon gum. Anin, Ijiwe Bud, noon gum. How is the weather today? That's right. So, how you doing, buddy? I am doing quite well. You know, Michelle is thinking about running for president. Is that right? That's right, fool. What? You call him a liar? He ain't no liar. You say that, I'll whoop your ass. No, take it easy. I'm not calling anybody a liar. Are you really going to run for president? Why not? You saying a black woman can't do it? Anything a white man can do, a black woman can do better. I'll whoop your ass. Okay. Well, I think that would be just fine. I'd like to see you run for president. Why not? I thought Oprah was going to run last time, but you know. I mean, if Biden can become president, why not you? I tell that old fool, move aside. It's time for a strong, independent black woman to run the show. Isn't that right? What's your name? My name is Barack Obama. That's right. I gotta go. Let me ask you a question now, BOOZHOO. Yeah, what? How do you say, I will see you again in Ojibwe? Well, we say, Gigawaba Min, Minawa. Well, Gigawaba Min, Minawa, fool. And I, too, would like to say, Gigawaba Min, Minawa. Yeah, Gigawaba Min, Minawa, Mr. President, farmer, whatever. What's going on? I don't know. The photos somehow take a life of their own. Yeah. There you go, guys. Da, 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 da. I still don't got it. Da, 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 da. No. Okay, 2 things we got to do to prepare for tomorrow. What's that? Number 1, let's steal a clip of Keith Secola. Number 2, we have to listen to the presidential theme song. Because I always want to sing it, but I don't know what it is. I know, me either. Anyway. Want to take another call? Oh, sure. Busy morning, huh? Yeah, it is. On line 2? Yep, line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air.
Hey, NANABOOZHOO, how you doing?
Well, hey there, Pope Francis. Sweetie, it's the Pope.
Well, hi, Pope. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Just got up, poured myself a glass of wine, lit a cigarette, and I decided to watch your show. You know, gonna learn some Ojibwe language and that.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So, did you learn anything today?
Well, I learned that Wednesday, you call it Abatuse or something?
Yeah, that's right. Abatuse.
Halfway. I'm halfway in the bag.
You're halfway in the bag?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of halfway. I'm 3 sheets to the wind.
Dude, don't just call up drunk.
No, it's all right. I'm the Pope. I can do anything. I'm like, what was I saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Anyway. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You called me.
Yeah. So, you know what?
What?
I got nothing to say to you.
Well, I got nothing to say to you. How about that?
Hey, you better be respectful. I'm the Pope.
Yeah, I know. Listen, dude, I gotta go. I got a show to do here.
All right. Well, hey, how do you say goodbye in Indian?
In Ojibwe Moen, we don't say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. Gi gawabamin. Minoa.
Gi gawabamin. Minoa, NANABOOZHOO.
Yeah, see you later, Pope. That was weird. Yeah. I guess he didn't have anything to say. Yeah, I wonder why he'd call in. I think he drinks too much. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. You're looking cute this morning. Nah, get out of here. That's true. I like your hair. Nancy Schmancy's here. Hey, BOOZHOO, Nancy Schmancy. How's it going, Nancy Schmancy? Okay. La-di-da-di. A-okay. Should we talk about current events? Better not. Why not? Because we're going to get deplatformed if you talk about the thing you want to talk about. I know. When is it going to be okay to talk about stuff? Don't talk about it on YouTube. Did you guys see the recent... I'm not even going to say it. La-di-da, dig if you will, a picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. Do you think Michelle Obama's a transgender? I think so, but I have no way of knowing. Can we talk about that on YouTube? Probably not. I'm so afraid of getting deplatformed now. I know, me too. Living in America. Station to station. So, if I didn't care more than words can say, la-dee-dee-dee-dum. Did you want to get up there and say something? I could. I just ran out of stuff to talk about. Okay. We could talk about the song, I guess. Yeah, tell them about the song, and then it'll come up. This song is by a band called Crash Test Dummies. I think it's a pretty funny name for a band. Yeah, it's pretty good. Crash Test Dummies. First of all, if you're a kid, you might know what a crash test dummy is. A crash test dummy, when they're testing cars, they got to see what happens when they crash for some reason. I'm not sure what they're learning there. But they have these realistic human dummies, just bodies, just, not real people. And they put them in a driver's seat and a passenger seat, and they see what would happen if the car, the airbags go off or the seatbelts work, whatever. But it also is yet another great Canadian band. That's right. When Canada has a band at all, whether it's Rush or Triumph or Zebra or on and on, Bryan Adams. You gonna put him in that? Sure, why not? These guys are great. Just great musicians. But, so, Crash Test Dummies came out when I was in college. And this guy had the lowest voice. And in this song, he couldn't think of a chorus line. So he just sang, and that's what the song is called. This is by the Crash Test Dummies. And up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the car had smashed him so hard. this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room. But when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just been there. But that boy and girl were glad, 'cause one kid had it worse than that. 'Cause then there was this kid whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just gone there.
BOOZHOO! Natasha Nindish and Nakaz. Natasha is my name. And oh, it's pretty out here. Niman Waindam G-A-I-N Oma Nungum. I'm happy to be here today. So I can anima so I can pray out in beautiful nature. Agua ching, outside. Just pretty. If you should fall into my arms, tremble like what big one? What big one? A flower. Sometimes you guys gotta stop and smell the flowers. Or the roses. All the birds. Beneshiag. They say the birds are messengers for the spirit's world. They carry our prayers. So what is it? Smoke carries our prayers. Birds carry the prayers. Eagle is a messenger of the people's prayers. Seems like there's a lot of ways to communicate with Gitchin Manadu, with the Great Spirit. Some people say that the drum, the way gun, carry the vibrations, will carry prayer. Singing. That's why hymns are such a big deal in churches. Singing is a prayer. It's a form of worship, but it's it's your soul. Dance. A lot of cultures, dancing is a prayer. Powwows. Remember that movie Footloose? They made it illegal to dance. You'd be like, no, not in our town. We're a small town with small town family values. No more dancing. It leads to, drinking. So I heard once that the Baptists outlawed dancing. No, they outlawed premarital sex. They're afraid it might lead to dancing. La-dee-da, okay. Guess I better say a little prayer with my Asema. Get you, Manadu. Are you there, Great Spirit? It's me, Natasha. Ninyan, Natasha. Takawi tukawishan ando minowe nungum. Help me to speak well today. Mikwech ka ishi kakina keku ka ishi chikea nungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Mikwech ka ishi pamadazian. Thank you for my life. Mikwech ka ishi Bizandawiag. Thank you for listening. For this listening. Whatever. Otapanan niwi asema. Except my tobacco. Ape inge. Amen. A woman, I could also say. No. La-di-da. Hoka hey. Hoka hey. Hoka hey. Deep and wide. Deep and wide. There's a fountain flowing deep and wide. I've been teaching Sunday school lately. Not teaching. I've been hanging out with the kids in the basement during church lately. And it's reminding me of the songs that I learned at summer camp. When I was a little girl, I used to go to a Christian Bible, whatever, summer camp. And what that basically meant was that the church put on the summer camp for kids. Where it was camp, you'd go to this place and stay in cabins with other kids your age, boys or girls. I forget. I was in the girls' camp, of course. But there was a girls' side and a boys' side. And there'd be, I don't know, it seemed like hundreds of children, but now that I think about it, it was probably, I think it was 5 cabins of 8 kids per cabin on each side. So what is that, 40? Yeah, it was probably like 80 kids. Teenagers were like the camp counselors. And then there'd be some grown-ups who were like, I think they were church people, I don't know. But, you spend a week away from your home, get all packed up, get your, sleeping bag, pack a suitcase with, a bunch of swimming trunks, t-shirts. This one year, I wore a black t-shirt with rainbow lettering that said, Aquarius. And the kids started calling me Aquarius. Like queer. But it was really fun. You got to go swimming, learn archery, canoeing. One year, they were even teaching us like small rifle gun safety.
BB guns and stuff like that. I'm like, what kind of, onward Christian soldier training is this? But then there would be like arts and crafts hour. You go to the cabin and make leather belts and whatever. Water safety. One year we even had sailing, believe it or not. Somehow this poor little Bemidji campground got their hands on sailboats. We're teaching kids sailing. Nobody ever died. That's not true, actually. Do I want to talk about that? That's kind of a downer. I was going to say, nobody ever died. These kids were just doing really reckless, dangerous outdoor stuff. It was summer camp. You might get shot with an arrow or a BB gun or drowned in one of the many dangerous activities we did in the lake. There was one thing, I forget what it was called, but they had a watermelon that they'd grease up. I think they put butter all over it. And then they divide the camp. They didn't even divide anything. I think it was just a free-for-all. You'd throw the watermelon out in the water. And the point of the game was the person who could carry it to the shore wins. So whoever had it was immediately, 50 other kids just jumped on their back trying to steal the thing and drowned them out so they could have it. And somehow nobody died. But then there was that one year. There's a little boy who, I can't say the word on YouTube, but he decided to give back the gift of life. It was I think he was 12. And, one of the things you learn in camp is how to tie a knot. This is going to get real dark real quick. So, you've been warned. But I remember sitting around with a group of, there's probably 6 or 7 of us, little kids, learning this different rope. I think it was the year they had the sailboats, because we all had to learn how to do different kinds of knots. And there was one kid in particular who knew how to tie the noose. And there's a whole thing to it. You have to put it in a loop, and then you wrap it around 13 times. And we all talked and learned how one makes a noose, and then what you have to actually do to commit suicide. A week after camp, one of the kids did just that. And it was really hard to hear and to know when I was a little kid. And I think about him a lot. Not a lot, but I still think about him. I don't know what happened. I know his grandmother found him. But, yeah. In a way, that was the end of my childhood. But there you go. Rest in peace. Sorry, didn't mean to get so serious so suddenly, but summer camp. I don't know why I started talking about that. Oh, learning those songs. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. What are some of the other ones? Do Lord, oh, do you remember me? Oh, Lordy. And of course there's the classic. It only takes a spark to get a fire going. And soon all those around. Or of course, here's another good campfire or camp girl song. Wait, how's it go? Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. That sounds like an Ojibwe word. Kumbaya. But it's probably African or something from Zimbabwe. What does kumbaya mean, my Lord? Kumbaya. Every night we'd finish out the day with what they called campfire. After dinner, after we had done our chores and stuff, and before we went to bed, all the kids would come together in what they called the campfire. And it was this outdoor, it had a roof, but a hole in the roof. Fire pit place with benches around it, like in a circle. And they'd make a fire, and we'd go out and we'd sing songs at campfire. Kumbaya, my Lord. But it was also, you spent all day kind of trying to negotiate who you could sit by. There'd be somebody there that you'd like. Like, oh, I'm going to go sit by them. Have a relationship. Have summer love. And you become boyfriend, girlfriend for just a few days. And then camp would be over. You'd have your sad goodbyes. And you'd write to each other for a week. Then you kind of forget about them. This was summer loving happened so fast. Summer loving. Do 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 do. Anywho. Summertime. What's this summer song by Bryan Adams? I got my first real 6-string. Bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of 69. 69? How old is that guy? For me, it'll always be the summer of 85. It was the summer of 85. Oh, when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever. And if I had my choice, I'd say it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Not. Those were the best days of my life. I should hope not. But there sure were a lot of good memories. What was the Boys of Summer? Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. Little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. I thought I knew what love was. What did I know? Those days are gone forever. I should really go on home, but...
Okay, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie. Hey, what's going on? I came outside to say my prayers. Now I'm just singing old songs to make me think of the summer of 85.
Of 85? How do you remember the summer of 85? You weren't even born yet.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. I'm just a millennial.
You ready to come home?
Yeah, would you pick me up?
Sure. Let me scan for your coordinates.
Okay.
All right. I've locked in on your coordinates, baby doll.
All right.
Don't move.
I won't.
1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. No.
Hey, there she is.
Hi.
How is it outside?
Oh, it's nice. It's good traveling weather.
Oh, here we go.
Minnow, gishi, ganashi. Gish, ganashi.
It is good traveling weather. I mean, Michigan, it's a good day. It's good weather. It's pretty beautiful, actually. Mika, what is he? Aguaching, it's beautiful outside.
Yeah. Should we go for a walk?
Yeah, we never did do that bike ride yesterday.
Yeah.
It should be nice enough today, I think.
Okay.
Going on a bike ride. Hoka, hey, hey. Sushi. Cherry blossom. Anyway, I was talking about summer camp, and then I was reminded of a really dark memory.
Oh, did you talk about it?
A little bit, but I kind of want to quit talking about such sad stuff on this show.
Yeah, me too.
We cry way too often on this thing.
I know.
You know what I'm saying, man?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Hoka, hey. If you'd like to support the show, if you'd like to support BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, click the link in the description to Patreon, PayPal, or GoFundMe. And, we didn't put it down here, but I think I saw someone mention that they ordered some coffee cups on Teespring.
Yeah, so that is still working. We're just going to make a lot of changes to it.
And we have a Teespring with some... I don't promote it much because I think everything's overpriced. There's some pretty cool items, but they're not giving that stuff away. And we got no... I just don't think it's worth $15 for a coffee cup. But anyway. Or if you'd like to support Michael Lyons' cartooning habit, you can order books like OJIBERISH, which is a collection of cartoons by Michael Lyons, at Amazon.com. And they're Ojibwe language cartoons. That's why we call it Ojiberish. It's not a cartoon book about aliens. But there are aliens.
Yeah, that's true.
And, yeah. Anything else?
And we also accept super chats.
We also accept... Oh, yeah, congratulations. Miigwech for everyone who's been giving us super chats. And I know this is shameless. I'm not asking to give us any today. But yesterday, we got our monthly, what we make on YouTube from advertisements and super chats. And oh, wow, it was a nice little, got some of that Junia, some of that sweet green. But we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It keeps the lights on in the place and firewood in our fire. And, occasional trip to a country kitchen for some Gigajeba Wisaniwen. Or Gigajeba Wisani. Wisaniwen. What is food?
Wisaniwen.
Wisaniwen. And then how you say eat?
Wisani.
Oh, right. Wisanida. Let's go to country kitchen.
You want to do it today?
Yeah, why not?
But that waitress Michael likes doesn't work until tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Did you want us to wait till tomorrow so you can run into that waitress you like?
No, we can go today.
Okay. We're coming to country kitchen. Save us our place. Country kitchen. Anyway. So, what else, sweetie?
Do you want to take a call?
I could. La, 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 do, do, do. On line 2?
Yep, line 2.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air.
Hey there, Natasha. How are you?
Is this John Denver?
This is the ghost of John Denver. I just wanted to call in and tell you how much I appreciate your show.
Well, thanks, sweetie. It's the ghost of John Denver.
Okay, BOOZHOO, John.
Well, hello there, NANABOOZHOO. It's fine to meet your acquaintance once again.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
What can I do for you today, John?
Well, I wanted to call in and learn a little Ojibwe language, if that's all right.
Well, of course, that's fine. You want to learn how to say, how is the weather today?
I'd be fine, just fine.
Okay. We say, Anin, Ijiwe bud, noon goom.
Anin, Ijiwe bud, noon goom. How is the weather today?
That's great. Anin, Ijiwe bud, noon goom.
And how is the weather where you are, Natasha?
Well, it's good. It's just, Misha Quad. It is good weather.
Misha Quad. It is good weather. And Mino Gishi Ganeshi. Good traveling weather.
Yeah, huh? Mino Gishi Ganeshin. Good traveling weather.
You know, as a pilot, it's very important that I have good traveling weather. I always make sure that the skies are clear when I fly my jet plane.
Oh, that's right. You were a pilot, weren't you?
That's right. I even wrote a song, Leaving on a Jet Plane.
All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go.
I'm standing here outside your door.
I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. Yeah, I love that song.
Well, thank you, darling.
And didn't you crash in a plane?
Well, that's right. I got real drunk, and then I crashed my plane and died.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad. It's quite a tragedy to crash your plane when one is so very, very drunk.
Okay. So, well, you sound pretty good now.
Well, Natasha, as I said before, I am dead. And when you're dead, you're dead. And there is nothing you can do about it. So I just take it as it comes, one day at a time.
Okay. Listen, we're running out of time. I better get going. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, just, speak fondly of me when you speak of me.
Okay.
Don't bring up how I used and mistreated women all over the country.
What?
Please don't remember how I spread venereal diseases to all of my female fans.
I won't say a thing.
Well, thank you, darling. Thank you kindly. How do you say thank you in Ojibwe?
Well, we say me gwetch.
Well then, darling, miigwech, for keeping your mouth shut about all the womanizing I've done.
Okay. Gigawabamin, Minawa, John.
Gigawabamin, Minawa.
All right.
What was that about?
I don't know. I'm starting to think he's more of a weirdo than I thought.
Yeah, he doesn't want you talking about all his womanizing and that?
Yeah. Because people forget that, what that song's really about.
Leaving on a jet plane?
Yeah. He's talking about, love him and leave him. It's all about, going from town to town and hooking up with some broad.
Yeah.
And then, leaving on a jet plane. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm a big rock star. I got to go to another town. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've slept around. I've given STDs to girls all over the country.
Yeah.
It's the 70s and so whatever. But John Denver, oh. La 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 la. Hoka hey. As I get older, though, I like his music more and more.
I know, me too.
What is that?
I don't know. Something weird happens when you get old. You start liking dorky, old-time music.
I know. I totally can't handle, aggressive, loud music anymore. I'm just not that angry anymore. Anyway. Should we call it a show?
Yeah, let's call it a show.
You got anything you want to add?
No, just tell him I said thanks.
All right. Hey, everyone. Rockstar Cartoonist says, Miigwech. And I'd like to say, Miigwech Bisandawi egg. Thank you for listening. Dash Miigwech Ganawabi egg. And thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This over here.
This over here.
This is NANABOOZHOO.
Okay, miigwech.
And this over here. This is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minoa. Hawa. Okay, sweetie.
One to teleport.
See you tomorrow. Make it so, number one.